Today I fucked up by telling my dad I went off the pill. Too long didn't read. Dad found out I went off the pill, forgot the reason I was on it in the first place and proceeded to make me a PowerPoint presentation about family planning, and it's just super awkward. Can't trust mom. Husband is laughing at my pain. Obligatory. This happened a few days ago. So recently I had to go off the pill. I was only on it due to a hormonal condition and not actually because I was trying to control any births. As of right now I live in the States with my husband, and I'm sure anyone reading this would know how expensive prescriptions in this bound today I fucked up a country can be. My body has only ever agreed with one brand of birth control, which unfortunately is not covered by my insurance here, and I'm told it's illegal to send prescriptions through the mail, so here we are. About 4 generic versions of the pill later and a whole bunch of depressing body changes, I decided it was time to just come off the pill, and my doctor gave me the okay but warned me there would still be side effects. So I let my mom know, mainly because she's a nurse but also because I'm not shy to share personal things with my mom, especially about health. I specifically asked her not to mention all of this birth control talk to my dad because my dad and I are pretty much best friends, and I figured it would just be an awkward conversation, plus why would we ever need to discuss my lady issues anyways, right? Unbeknownst to me, my mom somehow brought up my issues to my dad in what she says was just a casual conversation. As I write this I'm realizing maybe the fuck up was telling my mom in the first place, lol. So I get a call from my dad that started off like this: Dad, hey, is everything okay? Your mom told me you've been having some issues lately. Me? Issues? No, I'm okay, Dad. Dad, well, she told me about your birth control. You know you don't need any of that. Me? Oh well, I did, Dad. Remember a few years ago when we went to the doctor for my hormone issues? Dad, oh, I think I recall, but very vaguely. But anyways, I wanted to tell you there's no need for all of that. You just need proper family planning. Those pills have so many side effects. Me, well, we're not planning on having kids yet, Dad. Dad, but with this plan that I have you'd never have to worry about becoming pregnant unexpectedly. Me, little confused, kinda irritated because I thought I explained why I was on the pill in the first place. Dad, I wasn't on it because I was trying to actually control a birth from happening. I can handle that. Dad, I see. Okay, well, please check your email. I just sent you something. Checks email while on the phone with him. My dad sent me a whole ass PowerPoint presentation that he put together himself, for me, about family planning. It was loaded. Had a whole calendar in there and everything. What happens when a birth is unplanned. Everything about ovulation. The slides were even animated. My husband was listening as we briefly went over said PowerPoint and could barely hold his laughter in. It was like this awkward sex ed class but from a concerned/caring parent. I wanted to crawl up into a ball and disintegrate, but I told him I appreciate the concern and the effort. I know my dad has my best intentions at heart always, and he knows kids are not in the plan yet, so this was his way of giving me advice. But we're basically talking about my sex life here, with my dad, by way of a PowerPoint. Cringe. Archived the PowerPoint though because it was super informative, and I also applaud my dad for trying to find the best way for him to give me advice despite the awkwardness/me wanting to disappear into a black hole. Husband laughed so hard when we hung up that I saw tears. Edit. Okay, whoa. This blew up. WTF. Thank you kind strangers for the awards. I am not worthy! Exclamation mark. So a couple things. 1. I see a consensus for wanting a copy of this PowerPoint, and as much I'd love to share it with you all. It does have a couple baby pictures of my dad and I when he was all happy I was born, lol, but also my dad is on Reddit, and if by some twist of fate he reads this, I wouldn't want him to see his personal PowerPoint just pop up places without his consent. 2. I appreciate all the love for my dad, and he would truly appreciate it as well. Being a parent to me was not the easiest job, but he's been my best friend no matter what. He's going to be an amazing grandpa. 3. Dad, if you happen to read this, I appreciate you and I love you, and I'm thankful for everything you do for me, including the awkward PowerPoints. Heart. Edit. 2. 1. My mom isn't an narc. Lol. I don't mind that she shared the info because I know it came from a place of love and concern. 2. I see a few comments of having prescriptions mailed to me. Yes, they would be coming from a different country and I guess it is possible, but either way I'm okay with giving my body a little rest. 3. We are a mixed race and religion family and my parents' beliefs have never been forced on me or on each other. Smiley face. This is the today I fucked up content I come here for. Great dad though. If your dad put that whole PowerPoint together just for you, he truly is the GOAT. He most likely didn't want to accept another reasoning because he had already put so much time into the PowerPoint, haha. I assume the second my mom told him he began working on it and only called me when the presentation was complete. Smiley face. If you have a daughter, you have to pass it on. Better yet, have your dad present it to her. Every young lady is going want a presentation from grandpa on birth control, right? Mom, what about the birds and the bees? Oh, your grandpa has got that covered. Do you have a brother? Imagine how that birds and bees puberty talk must have gone. I don't have a brother, but if I did it would be comforting to know he would have gotten the same special treatment, lol. Today I fucked up by accidentally naming my nephew after a Pokemon. I was on a family vacation driving around the mountains and while in the van my little sister had her kid. The family is in celebration and apparently there was still a discussion on what the child's name would be. Father not in the picture, long story. While they were discussing potentially unique names I kept overhearing they wanted it to begin with the letter Z, for whatever reason. By pure coincidence I was in the van playing Pokemon Sword on my Nintendo Switch in the back and I had just caught Zacian with a quick ball. Truthfully this was my second attempt at him and I just opened with it. I jokingly suggested, hey Zacian is a cool name. It means sword in Japanese. My mother and family loved it so it's now official. On the real, my older sis and GF are the only ones that know the truth. So now we are getting some Pokemon related gifts for the baby for Christmas to reveal the truth and make it a funny joke. Edit, I will post a photo later if requested of the baby with their name. Edit 2, I should clarify. The baby was not had in the van. Most of my family was in a van together in a different state where we got the phone call / video chat about it. Edit 3, holy shit. Thank you all so much, especially for Ray Awards. I've never gotten any before. I've been mostly a lurker editor for years. I never thought this incident would get so much attention. 3. Edit 4, I'm updating now that the holidays are done. I made a 2-part TikTok video that covers the reveal to my mom about the baby name and including photos at the end of baby Zacian with his name and a special Christmas gift. Too long didn't read. I proposed the name Zacian from Pokemon Sword for my nephew since they wanted a unique name with a Z and the family took it seriously. My nephew is officially named after a legendary Pokemon. It's not like the baby got the name Pikachu. That's awesome. And trust me, it could be much worse. A good buddy of mine from university days' first name is literally Truck. Obviously inquired as to the meaning behind it, to which all he had to say was that his dad loved trucks. Smiley face. I love golf but don't plan on naming my son Putter. Missed opportunity to name your kid Driver. Tell everyone it's in honor of your buddy Truck. All the while it's only because of your love for golf. When I was 13 my mother got pregnant and asked for baby name ideas. I jokingly said Joe, Superman's dad. Anyway, my brother Joe is 23 now and loves his name. Even if the kid doesn't like it, he can just be Zach and no one will bat an eye. Some substitute teacher will come along and fuck that up during roll call. Today I fucked up by blurting out a coworker's name during sex with GF. Okay, so this happened last week and I figured it's worthy of a post, so here it goes. To keep things brief, I work 12-hour overnight shifts and am a zombie most of the time. Being in a relationship with my wonderful girlfriend, I often take an hour or couple-hour nap to live a day life with her on days off. My fuck up. I had planned a very romantic night, candles, rose petals, wine, dinner, warm bath. Major boyfriend points right here. All this obviously lead to the bedroom. Fast forward a couple rounds and it being 2 AM. I have been awake for far too long and starting to fall asleep as we kiss and cuddle. I close my eyes briefly and in that moment start dreaming of work, specifically of an encounter with a co-worker, Mike. My girlfriend is being flirty, cute, cuddle bug on me and I blurt out, "Mike's a cool guy," as she's mid-feeling me up and probably wanting another round. Immediately she is confused. I ruined the moment. I am fully awake and confused myself. I don't understand what just came out of my mouth. We burst out laughing. Now we have the best inside joke I think we could share. Thank you exhaustion, you did me a solid. Sorta. Too long didn't read. Girlfriend and myself have a romantic night and after multiple rounds I blurt out the stupidest phrase and ruin the moment, but create a solid inside joke. Now she knows about your affair with Mike. Better cut it off. Haha, the weird thing is how quickly I fell asleep and start dreaming of a normal conversation, then uncontrollably saying that. Plot twist, there is no co-worker. Op fantasized about Mike Wazowski. At least it wasn't another girl's name. Phew, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, I was expecting some cliche like, oh, I said Jessica instead of Katie when I was coming in her ass and now she's mad at me. That's alright dude. Once it was the first few hookups with my girlfriend years ago and it was probably 4 AM at this point and I was up for almost 24 hours. So she's down there doing her thing and I'm basically asleep and dreaming of something and I blurt out, "My mom said it's okay," referring to my dream. I immediately sat up and apologized while she lost her shit laughing. I am not alone. It's so weird because then you're like, did I say that in my head or out loud? By the look on her face I immediately knew. Thanks for sharing, makes me feel better, haha.